Well, we're not officially in FPP Studios yet, but that's one of our newest sponsors for the program. We will be in there, hopefully by summer. We'll find out. But we have a special guest with us who came up to Ridgecrest, and you probably recognize him right now. The camera just went on him, and joining me is Dan Haggerty. I almost called you Grizzly.
That's all right.
All right, well...
But one thing I got to find out, if we're not in here officially, are we going to get busted?
Probably.
Did we break in here? This
well,
is your office?
Oh, well, if you don't say it, I won't tell.
I won't say anything.
Is that all right?
I
okay,
promise.
we got a deal?
Promise.
We got a deal.
Got a deal.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, Dan, you're, well, you're up here to do something rather special. Matter of fact, you just came down from Kernville. You were just up in Kernville scoping some sites out?
It's ironic. I work with a friend of mine, Michael Dodds, and his family lives up here. And when Michael called me, he said, I have a studio up in Kernville, Ridgecrest area. Come on up and talk to me. So I told Michael Dodds about it, and he says, my family lives up there. And I said, you're kidding. And he said, maybe we should go up there and take a look at it. And I said, yeah, but we're going to Canada. He said, no, you're outthinking me already. I said, no. I mean, we're going to take the movie from Canada and go up here. And I started thinking about it. I went, well, we're scouting locations for this new movie, and then all of a sudden we started thinking we could do this contemporary Grizzly Adams just as conveniently and maybe better up here instead of going up to Canada to do this new series. They got a concept where Grizzly Adams is wonderful. I'm getting ready on Monday to start a new Escape to Grizzly's Mountain. And Return to Grizzly Mountain was about 2 years ago, and it's done very well. And so everybody kind of wants to see that family unity, nature's backyard, you know, what happened to the planet. And people always come up to me, it doesn't matter, you know, it's a movie, but they always come up and say, hey, Grizz, or whatever. And people kind of get typecast for things that they do. And I mean, I don't mind being typecast as somebody who takes care of God's backyard, which is nice. And this series that we might tie together is contemporary Grizzly Adams. So he's got an eagle, and he's got a big truck called the Rhino, and he's an ecologist and a conservationist, and we've got to learn to take care of nature's backyard, and we just haven't been doing that, you know, and the kids have drifted away from us quite a bit. So I thought, well, if we could do this, because I have older children that, when I was doing Grizzly Adams, they have, you know, children of their own, which I'm a grandfather all of a sudden, and now I have younger children, so I see my older children and my grandchildren and my young children, and the different values and the needs that they have. And it's like we've lost a little touch of warmth and honesty, even though there's drugs and alcohol and going fast and flying here and being hip and everything. There's a lack of love that we got to grab a hold of again. And it's like when you walk out in nature's backyard, you just go, God, I love this. This is beautiful. And we got to keep it like that. It's like when you look at, you know, somebody in your family, you know, you love them. Somehow or another, we're not showing them enough. You know, we're kind of soiling our backyard. So if we can make people love one another, then the show would do what it's supposed to do, and that's get your mom and get off your family and your dad and tell them you love them. And even though the kids go, God, they just don't understand me, it's just that the parents are nervous, you know. And so if we can break that and let everybody start getting strong together again, it's like putting good grip to the ground. You know, you get traction, things get done. And Grizzly Adams is a wonderful show, but I don't know if we could hold the selling project in the interest of the kids today of a period piece. It might be good for a while, but you can only heal so many bears and fix so many Indians and water rights. But if we did it Grizzly Adams contemporary-wise, it would give you the, you know, the value of using computers and big trucks that kids like, and eagle that everybody likes to see the eagle, and that would be the eyes in the sky. And he would be a wildlife conservationist, kind of a, you know, a gung-ho maverick guy that takes care of the earth.
Dan, there was one, you're talking about kids liking a period piece. There was one critic that wrote something about the film that you did 2 years ago.
Right.
Okay. And she was mentioning that, that it was a perfect movie for kids, and she was talking about kids that really loved it.
Right.
So it really held their interest. Matter of fact, her own kids watched it. Well, she bought the tape for it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And they watched it more than once.
That makes me feel good, you know. And the only thing that you have to deal with now, it's like Grizzly Adams was not taken off because of ratings. There was, you know, political changes in the industry, and so that's when they wanted to make that transition over to more sitcom family comedies, you know. And that's that took second place. Grizzly Adams did, even though they got great ratings, but they didn't think that it would run, and it would have still continued to run. But when they changed hands at the studios, everybody had a different idea, you know. But I think that there's always room, and it never gets old, of looking at how beautiful your yard is and how beautiful nature is, and animals are always overwhelming, and baby animals, and people love that. And people, you know, if you still put it together, you got that triangle of life. You got, you know, the Trinity, you know, that three, you know, all these things, nature, man, animal, blends together, and you got to have a caretaker for all that. So if we could do it, it might work. We'd like to try it, and maybe there's a way that we might film up here. It'd be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're not doing another sitcom.
Oh, God.
You're not doing that. I'm telling you what.
Well,
I
you
have
know, you can
personal opinion, Dan. I'm getting sick and tired of switching, playing channel roulette, and there's one after another after another. I don't even know the names of these
I'll
things
get you
anymore.
some more TVs, get more channels. Just
Yeah.
like this.
So doggone many sitcoms.